All right. Hello, Outlanders. Please let us know if you can hear us and if you can see us just fine, and we will jump right into it. Really quick confirmation there from TT on Twitch. Thank you so much. I will, however, have a look as well at our other chats, like on YouTube and also on Facebook. We have some people saying hi, which is awesome. We have a yes from YouTube, which is awesome. All right, I think that we're doing great. Thank you so much for the confirmation, everyone. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Anjanette, and you may know me as Forsythia. I'm the Senior Community Manager of Vigor, and today we have two lovely guests with us. We have one who you have seen before, Jarek, over there, who you also know as Wojtěch Jurečka, who is our junior designer, and a new guest who you have not seen before on camera is Sabina, or Taylee, who is our community manager. All right.
Hello.
Nice. We should probably do some introductions. Who would like to go first between you two? You want to play a rock, paper, scissors for it, or are you just gonna...
What do you think?
I mean, ladies first, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. so let me just jump right into that. Hi, my name is Sabina, once again, and some of you, especially the ones who are maybe more active on Reddit, know me as Taylee, because I do answer there a lot. I have been community manager and a part of Vigor team since November, and yeah, it's been a ride. I really enjoy working here and texting with all of you. Also, if somebody answered you on our social media, that might have been me.
Or me.
Yeah, it's not a 100% guarantee, but it might have been me. And yeah, a little bit something about me, of what I'd like to do in my free time. Of course, I enjoy games. I like The Witcher. I used to enjoy a bit of World of Tanks. Not so much anymore, because I do try to get outdoors much more than I used to, and so mostly I enjoy doing LARPs, for example, live action roleplay or other RPG games, some of them even in the office.
Oh yes, for sure.
With the people, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Yes, thank you so much, Taylee, for coming in on the stream. And if anyone's got any questions for Taylee, please feel free to put it in the chat. Now, Jarek, it's your time to shine. Please do introduce yourself for our community.
Hello there, everyone. My name is Jarek, or Vojtěch Jurečka, as you heard. I am a part of the design team for Vigor, and I got my hands on some of the improvements for 14 or 15.0. What I do like to do in my free time is, well, PC games, but I've been lately getting more into tabletop RPGs and board games, since I look into the monitor 8 hours a day, so it just gets tiring after a while.
That's totally a fair point. We all need to take care of our eyes, actually. So.
Yep.
That makes sense. Thank you so much, Jarek. So if you all got any questions for Jarek, please feel free to leave them in the chat. And we got a Twitch raid from Original Sin. Thank you so much for that raid. This is awesome. Before we jump into some questions that I'm seeing in the chat, let's briefly talk about what we will be talking about today. We'll be having a live Q&A, so if you have any questions for any of us or about the game, please do leave them in the chat, and we hope to get to them. And we have Jarek here today, who will help explain further the reasoning and the mindset behind the AFK vote kick system changes that we've implemented with our recent hotfix. So actually, if I could just quickly switch to the game so that Jarek can go ahead and queue up as you would like. Feel free to, well, you don't need to start with an elimination. You can start with whatever you want, honestly. We will eventually get there if you would.
Yeah, I think we will start with a simple shootout.
Okay, good warm-up sesh, that's fair. All right. We already have a few questions in the chat about the new season. What can we tell you about it? Perhaps that it's coming real soon. You may have noticed in your shelter, in your Battle Pass menu, that we are in the last third of the season. Thank you so much, Jarek. You are a lifesaver. Yes, so as you can see, it says that we are in the last third of the season. and we expect to hopefully put out another battle pass in May, so in about a month or so. And we know this for sure because we had a plan this year that we would like to release 4 battle pass seasons, and so if you would like it to be evenly spread, each battle pass season should last about 3 months. So yeah, I think that that's solid. Maybe what would be interesting is if any of you in the community could guess what theme we will be having in the next season. It would be interesting to hear some guesses from you all, and maybe someone's gonna get it right. I mean, our community, sometimes they're so passionate, they think so much like us, and then they end up hitting the nail on the head, and we're like, oh wow. Are they really not in our team?
We should make a poll on Reddit.
Like asking them what they think the new season will be. Maybe
I would love
not
to see the
a
ideas.
poll, but more like a thread. Like,
Yeah.
let's guess. Like, leave your guesses on what would be the next season theme. Yeah, I think why not? It would be an interesting idea for sure. And then there's Honorable Bandits or Smoky Dopey saying, please give us a countdown timer when there's 7 days to go. Actually, there will be a countdown timer showing up, but not exactly in the last 7 days. I believe that it should be a little bit more than 7 days. I can't confirm with you right now, but you'll definitely get a timer when it's coming. More than 7 days than when it's going to end, as far as I know. So there's that. By the way, Jarek or Taylee, feel free to grab any questions that you can see on the chat if you would like to address some of them or comment on them. Like, feel free to do so.
I see some ideas for the season themes, some Hunger Games style, some summer themed, which both are cool. That's all.
Interesting. That's all.
No, I would really like a Hunger Games style. I really enjoyed reading those books.
Yeah, I did as well. It's been a long time since I last touched them, though. But yeah, there's that.
And I mean, I shoot out of a bow in my free time sometimes. So.
Oh, I didn't know that about you, actually.
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
Like I do this, like with the LARP, I do sometimes sword fighting, but I sometimes pick up a bow too. So.
That's so cool. Okay, that's hella awesome. Yarek, feel free to boost if you would like to like go crazy, dude. Like, it's totally fine. We do have some bets.
Nice.
Tiny Online is betting that the 10th of May would be the day that the new season would come out. Gut feelings. Yes, I will just go, I'm not saying...
That it's a bet indeed.
Yes, it's a good bet. Well, what are the stakes here? Oh, alright. And we also have some people asking why do they get so many knives in the crates? Well, knives... Well, which knives, actually? We'd like to know if you're getting a specific kind of knife more than the other, because it's all about RNG, and if a majority of the community notices that they're only getting knives, and even more specifically, which knife, like, are you getting the John, and which crate are you opening it out of? Like, we would like to know these things. It would help us investigate, so please let us know. We're not really sure why you're getting many knives in the crates, and we will have to actually check the data on that, because just because a player sees it doesn't mean that all of the players are experiencing it. So we have to check the data and analytics behind the scenes as well. So there's that. And I like that Jarek is in focus mode with
I'm sorry, I will be focusing on the...
Don't apologize, you're warming up. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's see what the other chats have to say as well. For example, on Facebook. Yes, there are some interesting points that they're getting all kinds of knives, like all of them. Alright, and on which crates, please? We'd like to know, because we'd like to see if these statements from the community also match the analytics or the data that we receive, so if it does, then y'all gave a good heads up for us, and then we could investigate further. Okay, and then we have some people still coming in the chat on YouTube and saying hi.
Hello.
Greetings.
There's that. And there's this question about legacy seasons. Are you taking legacy seasons we paid for yet? Still working on? Okay, so with legacy seasons, we did release a video a while back on our plans that we would like to replace legacy seasons with a different mechanism, which will basically provide you with the same rewards that you're getting. It's just a different system. So the legacy seasons replacement will eventually be coming, but right now we don't necessarily have an ETA because we are still assessing the different ways that we can tackle this situation, but we'll definitely let the community know in advance before we decide to replace legacy seasons as a mechanic. I would say that we would try and tell you at least hopefully one season in advance. No promises, but personally I think that a good amount of time to let the community know would be at least one season before we replace legacy seasons. So there's that.
And maybe since the last information in the video, I believe, was that they were going to be removed in the beginning of season 15. That's not happening.
Yeah, no,
Definitely
it's
not.
not. It will definitely happen after season 15. There's no ETA yet. There's no exact date we can pinpoint for you yet. That's why we'll make sure to take care of everything behind the scenes and investigate it further before we make any actions to properly replace legacy seasons. And then one season before we actually are going to do it, we will let you all know. So there's that. Yes, there are people catching up with the chat. Thank you, by the way, Taylee, for bringing up that really good point, as I could see some people in the chat are bringing it up as well. Okay, and then there's also this question about jump shooting. 83% of the community don't like it. The poll is on Facebook, it's clear. So 83% of the community as a whole, or 83% of the community on Facebook? There's something to keep in mind there. Not everyone is on Facebook. Not everyone uses Facebook. It's not necessarily a representative number for our community, but we do understand and we hear the grievances with jump shooting. We know that we would like to do a weapons overhaul this year. It should help with the issue of players abusing jump shooting, although it's even an interesting thing within the development team because not everyone is capable of jump shooting. It actually takes a lot of button bashing and a lot of focus and energy, actually. So yeah, the bottom line is that we aren't going to do something about jump shooting directly, but the overhaul that we have planned for the weapons should tackle this and improve it. So there's that.
Maybe it would be good to say that in the major weapon overhaul we are working on, we will be able to basically take a look at this issue or tackle the issue with the guns, especially the LMGs, from more points than before. So it will be very much different than the previous 2 tweaks, because we will be able to tap into more aspects of it. Yes, I think I have already mentioned this on the Reddit. Shout out to the Reddit people, by the way.
I see some of them in the chat.
Yeah, I think I saw some names, but
Yes.
They're gone. I'm sorry, it's going so quickly. I can't keep up a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Yes, fair point. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, and then we still have a repeat question actually on Facebook. After season 15, the legacy seasons will be removed. You know, we put season 15 as a milestone, but it's not concrete. You know, after season 15 can be a long time later after season 15, but we definitely have it in our plans, and as I mentioned earlier, we will be letting the community know in advance before we actually properly replace legacy seasons. We won't just have it disappear and have a new mechanic on there immediately. We'll definitely give you all a heads up before we replace it. All right. And an interesting suggestion by G40 Chris, who is also one of our partners. Is there a way of doing a poll in-game on jump shooting? It may get a wider audience of answers. That's actually quite interesting. I'm not sure if we have a feature that is implemented that could help us do that, but you know, we could probably ask the designers. Yarik. Maybe in the future, like, what would you think of having a feature that would allow us to do polls in game so people can vote and voice their mind through voting?
Through the game itself.
Yes.
And not throughout any of our social media as we are doing currently, right?
Yes, exactly.
I think it would introduce some problems that we would have to focus on, and that is user-to-user interaction, since we don't have that currently in game, and it is making a lot of the platform. How do I say this? When we send the builds to platforms and they don't have to check for user-to-user interaction, which we would have to somehow
Create,
implement, and
test.
make sure it's user-friendly, which means that people can't just be insulting to each other for no reason. Then we would be able to send it to the platforms, but currently we don't have that in game, and I do not think we will be investing the time and
Anytime soon, yeah.
And resources.
for that.
Yes, thank
I
you.
can bring it up
Yes.
later in the design team, but currently I do not think that is in plan.
Yep, thank you so much, Yarik, and yes,
It was
it's a good idea, but we'll have to see how the resources and time, if it would be feasible for us, indeed. Thank you, Yarik.
yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Okay. And we have people. Well, there's this question on Twitch. Will the rat traps get upgraded again? I don't know about other people, but I don't get the time to go on every day to collect these, so it needs more storage to assist with the donations. Well, okay, yeah, because we did make a tweak before with the rat traps. We increased its, like, the amount that it produces, we increased it. So this causes people to gain more food quicker than they used to, and we also lowered the maximum value that the rat traps could hold. And yeah, so this is an interesting suggestion for sure from the chat. We would bring it up to the designers and see what they think again, if we would like to tweak the rat traps further, but no promises right now. It's a good suggestion though. Thank you for that. Okay. Let's see what the chat is saying. Can we get more women designs? Could you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Maybe archetypes?
I
Yeah,
think that's what.
that's what I'm not sure about, and that's why I would like the player to elaborate a bit more on it, because it's a little bit vague. So if you meant archetypes like Taylee said, or if you mean
Women
cosmetics. Sorry?
designers. Or women designers.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, right?
Hey, we're hiring.
Yes, we are hiring, always. So there's that. Please feel free to elaborate and we'll try to get back to you. Oh, and there was a quick response. We need ponytails and makeup. So, cosmetics. They were looking for cosmetics. Skirts and dresses in the Outlands.
Not that practical.
Because
Maybe.
it's post-war Norway. Yeah, but I understand though, some people want to feel fashionable after the whole world goes nuclear.
A battle skirt, if you will,
Yes,
perhaps.
perhaps it would be a suggestion to lay over to, yeah, like a battle skirt, as Taylee said. What do you think?
I think that if the community expresses the wish to have something like that in game, we can definitely do some sort of brainstorming and make it. I'm not gonna say make it happen. I'm gonna say put it through the process to see if it's visible. Yes.
Yes, indeed. So thank you for clarifying that on the Facebook chat. All right. And before we look more into the chat, Jarek, would you like to queue up for an elimination so that we can set the scene up for you to talk a little bit more about the thinking and the process, the reasoning why we decided to change up the system? We'll get to it once you actually get into a lobby. Maybe a question for you, Taylee, because you are new on the stream, and we have an Outlander who always asks this question to new devs on the stream. What is your favorite part of the Vigor community and why?
Jeez. Oh, the Vigor community?
Or you know what? Maybe I misremembered it. Was it Vigor community or working with Vigor as a whole? Let's try and do both. I'm challenging you.
Yeah, both are very good questions. So, about the Vigor community, I guess it's just the not creativity, but of course also creativity, but just the sheer. Let's just say when I'm answering your questions, every day is different. Like, whenever I come to work, I can count on you all that I will have to sit back and be like, oh shit, okay, I will have to research this. Or oh wait, that's a great idea. I have to bring it up with the designers. Oh, damn, that's a nice inspo picture. I should probably send it over to the artist. So yeah, I really enjoy that. Or if I just stumble upon some gameplay videos that I can watch. Yeah, I guess just the creativity. Yeah, you know what? It's the creativity. Yes. Now that I think about it, that's the best way to put it. And Vigor, like, what was the second question? Sorry.
Like about working in like the Vigor community, and then about working on Vigor like as a project.
I think once again I would default to the creativity because I'm a very creative person. Sometimes I just get all these random ass ideas popping in my head, and I don't know, this job helps me get them out. So for example, I don't know if you all saw the fake April Fool's trailer, but that was actually my passion project, because one day I was just sitting and being like, hey, you know what, we should do something for April Fools. And there was this old meme which is like aliens, and I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do a fun thing with it. So yeah, just getting to be creative and
Enabling your ideas.
yes, and having them be seen by a community. And I did quite a bit of very nice, like super nice comments under the video, which were like super heartwarming, like, oh my god, I would like to see this in the game actually, which who wouldn't want to see aliens, right? In Vigor.
Replace the airplane airdrop with a UFO.
Exactly. So yeah.
And we have people saying on the Twitch chat that the April Fool's trailer was legendary. And that they love the tinfoil hat. And yeah, so as we can see, aside, like, definitely the community appreciated the April Fool's stuff, and it was great you were able to work on it. So win for us.
I think I see an interesting question from Original Sin. Sabina, I woke up this morning very more nervous than usual, knowing it was stream day. You know what? Actually, no. Which is surprising, because I do get anxious sometimes. Who doesn't, right? But I was looking forward to it so much since I have joined in November, and it's already... Is it still April? Shit, yeah.
It's still April. It's fine.
It's still April. So yeah, I guess I was prepared.
You were mentally
this
prepared
battle.
and ready.
Yeah.
Did you wear your battle skirt?
I do have a skirt on. It's not a battle skirt. I would not recommend to take it into even a LARP battle. I do actually have a skirt that I wore to battle once, but it was horrible. I don't recommend.
Okay.
Pants all the way.
Right. Fair enough. Trousers are good.
But no, I didn't see the reason to be nervous.
I'm happy to hear that, actually.
Especially seeing how supportive people are on Reddit, honestly, because whenever I answered, people were usually just so thankful about it. I'm like, this is nice. I enjoy this interaction. Thank you. I'm sorry I had to research it, and maybe it wasn't right away because it can take some time for me to get to it because there's
There's a lot of
work
responsibilities.
to be done. But yep.
Yep. Great. Awesome. And yeah, we still have some follow-up comments saying that, for example, Tiny Online is saying that she loved the Aliens reference after all this time. Thank you for making us smile.
Yeah, I love to do that.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Okay, and we do have some questions already about the vote to kick system now. So, ow, flash grenade. Ah,
Hey,
rip.
They got me.
Oh well.
Very nice.
Alright, Jarek, so could you briefly walk us through the AFK vote to kick
Maybe
system?
These two
Or, I mean, I can play.
to play.
I'm gonna
I don't
play.
think I have played Elimination in quite a long time, so
I'm gonna play.
sorry, I'm an encounter kind of gal.
That's okay. So, Jarek,
Yeah.
feel free. Take it away, Jarek.
So, if you could open the player list, yeah. And now let's scroll to my boy Dino, who is not AFK. Therefore, we won't kick him, obviously. But he is spawn camping and being overall spoil sport. So, if anybody would decide to kick, he fell into water. All right. If anybody would decide to vote to kick Dino here, they would just press X and hold it.
Shall I do
And-
it, actually?
No.
Okay.
He is obviously not AFK and he's playing on Switch, so if his performance is lesser, then would be ideal that just is how it is sometimes. So you initiate the vote, then everybody gets a pop-up window with either yes or no option to either kick or not kick the person in question. And if the majority of a team decides to actually kick that person, they will get a notification that they were flagged as AFK and they will be kicked from the game. They get it on the beginning of the round, where just before the loadout choosing phase, and then they get a quick time event sort of that is similar in a way to booby trap in Encounter, which then tests if they are not AFK actually. If they are AFK, the time runs out and they get kicked. If they are not and they manage to prove it by pressing a combination of the
Random
buttons, then they continue playing as before. This was done specifically so that if you are actively playing the elimination and somebody decides to spoil your day, they can't just do that. That's basically it, because this is specifically targeted against AFK players. This whole system was meant to be against AFK players, and some people from our community are using it to be spoil sports and to annoy others. So that's why we implemented the AFK check, which will make it so that this punishes only the AFK players and not regular ones.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And we actually have some questions in the chat. What happens if someone gets voted out during the last round? Like I think what Dizzy Online means is that if you propose to kick someone in the last round, or do you mean if they get kicked out? Actually, yeah. Please clarify, Dizzy, sorry. Like, is it that they propose to kick someone at the last round, or is it that they get proposed to get kicked the round before that and then get kicked? Like, please let us know. And we have people initiating to kick IX Jess, which we saw in the chat that some were like, yeah, please kick her. But that feels really rude because she's playing and it's fine. But sure, there was a sniper, okay, or something. Yeah, please do clarify. Yeah, so Dizzy Online clarified if it was proposed in the last round. What happens?
Since there is no next round to go through the AFK check, the player cannot be kicked then. If you notice somebody is AFK, flag them as soon as possible.
Yep, good advice from Yarik.
Giving also voting for players that are actually playing is counterproductive.
And mean.
Yes.
Also yes, but like, why would you do that?
Alright, and
Yes, the Tiny Online 1982 says you have to vote kick early or on rather than leaving it to the end. Correct? For the AFK players.
yes, indeed. And then there was also another thing where Tiny Online earlier asked if we've increased the time from 5 seconds to like 10 seconds, because 5 seconds to do 4 buttons is quite tough for those that don't play or are not experienced with playing.
And that was said by Tiny Online again. Yes, Tiny Online, you mean for the QuickTime event itself?
Yeah, I believe she meant that.
Yeah, very well. Yes, we actually increased the time because the time event was very quick, and some of our first time testers, even like when we were just developing this system, they were surprised and kicked. They were, well, didn't manage to press the button, so that's why we increased the time and included a warning for like you are about to get checked.
And how long is the timer now, if I may ask, if you remember?
I think it's 8 seconds for the QuickTime event itself, and then there's like 4 seconds before that is the warning. I am not certain about the exact seconds,
but it's definitely more than 5 seconds.
Yes.
Alright.
You are warned to prepare yourself, then you get like 7-8 seconds to...
And we actually have Atomic Shocker saying that any key press should actually prove that players are not AFK. Did the player move? Did they have any kills? What's your take on that, Yarik?
I don't think that's correct, because if you... Currently the QuickTime event is meant that you have to press the correct keys in the correct order. If you manage to screw up, you get all of your progress in the event is scratched and you have to start again. That's to ensure that the people that actually pass the AFK check are not AFK and are paying attention 100%. If it was any button, say I could just, I don't know, use rubber band to press a trigger or something, and when the QuickTime event pops up, I would already be pressing the button, therefore I would pass and I would still be in the game, even though I would be AFK.
Alright, thank you so much for that, Yarik. Did you also by any chance mention that just because someone doesn't have kills doesn't mean that they're AFK or trolling?
Ah, yeah, well...
Mostly because, like, there was a follow-up saying that players should have kills logged, so that means that they must have left spawn. How are they AFK? Well, like, not everyone gets kills very easily.
I don't think I understand the question exactly, but if somebody is not moving, they are AFK and not participating in the game mode, they are just taking a place of someone who could be enjoying it.
Yes, indeed. And then we also have an interesting suggestion from Honorable Bandits. Can we get the vote to kick added to shootout mode? Maybe it would be interesting to hear the reasoning why you would think it would be beneficial to have the vote to kick system added in shootout. Then we could see how we would then map that out, perhaps.
I mean, what would be the issue that the addition of what to kick to shootout would be solving?
Yeah, especially because shootout isn't a team-based game, so it's more like a free-for-all, basically.
Precisely.
Yeah, like what's the reason that somebody would be AFK in shootout? And like, of course, there's a lot of reason for it to be happen, but what nobody has anything to gain from it.
Kicking people out. Yeah, I think so too. So it would be, well, maybe Honorable Bandits / Smoky Dopey has an interesting idea for us, so please do feel free to share it with us. We'd like to hear it. Then it might be something that didn't even cross our minds, actually, so feel free to let us know. Oh, okay, that was a really quick one. I've seen players AFK and their friend killing them over and over to cheat a win. I see. So, like, boosting.
Ugh.
That's fair.
I mean, is that fun for anyone?
Apparently for the person who wants to win.
But it's a worthless win that way.
Yeah, but the scoreboard shows a win, so
That's true.
some people are very pleased just with that, and Jarek is like heavily thinking there.
Yes, I'm currently thinking about the shootout lobby and how exactly is it possible to get into the lobby with your friend to shoot out.
If you time it up just right. But it should be
Sure.
tougher, but you know, it really depends. Some people get lucky with their cues.
Right, that is a good point, and I will definitely be bringing it up because we were discussing actually having the AFK kick system in shootout as well. But since the shootout is not team-based game mode, we scratched that idea. But if that is happening, that could mean that we would have to look into that. Yes, we will definitely look into that and consider the options. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jarek, and thank you, Honorable Bandits, for also elaborating a bit more on that. Jarek, would you like to continue playing? I actually queued up for a shootout in the
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I can. Sure.
I would like to not play in hard mode, but also if I play with headphones, then I wouldn't hear what's going on. So there's that.
Oh, yeah.
We also have a rehashed question, as someone probably just jumped into the stream right now. How many days are left in the season? At least 2 weeks? Definitely at least 2 weeks. We mentioned earlier that the new season would probably come out sometime in May, because we had intended to have 4 battle passes this year, and that means 1 battle pass every 3 months, and we released this one season 14 battle pass in February, so then the new season would come out in May. We will definitely be showing a timer in the battle pass menu screen once the season is coming closer to its end, but it will definitely be more than 7 days before the season
No,
ends.
it's this guy.
I think, who is this guy? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I have seen him the last shootout and he was friendly. So I don't know.
Okay.
To kill him now.
And then he shoots at you, and then you don't feel so bad anymore. All right. And Subpressor is asking, what about wigs and hairdos? Well, that would be an interesting thing in the Outlands, actually, but I'm not so sure if it would be quite easy to implement hairstyles that could be changed between archetypes. So we'll have to see if it could be feasible for us to look into it. All right. Okay. I would also like to check how the other chats are going. How is it so far being on your first stream, Taylee?
Pretty cool.
Getting a feel of things.
Yep. I really enjoy the questions that appear in chat.
It's hella interesting.
And yeah, like maybe next time I might play, but I would like to get some more practice in since I'm not that used to playing on Xbox, like at all. I use
Right, because you're a
PlayStation, so-
PlayStation player.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Okay, totally makes sense.
Sorry, I really wanted to practice before this one, and then
God damn.
there was just a lot of stuff happening.
There was work coming in, and it had to be done. So there's that. Okay. And please bring the days left countdown on the battle pass versus the bar countdown. We've decided to have the best of both worlds and have the both of them actually. So there are the
But
bars.
going on runway, come on.
He's protecting you, I
Go
think.
play. It's fine.
As I was saying, with the countdown, we decided to go the best of both worlds with that. So there's the bar system, which shows you in which third of the season we're at. Right now, we're in the last third of the season. And when the season comes closer to its end, we will be showing a countdown over there. So it's both. You'll definitely be all right. You definitely will expect a new season sometime in May. All right. And yeah, there was a question from TT96. I believe you are aware of Mr. IX Wardog, who does the Punch His Beard Off compilations, and I think that they would like you to say Punch His Beard Off later on, just because they would like to add it to their compilation. So.
Definitely. I must say I'm pulling kind of a blank on what is a proper way to do it.
It's the way you want to do it, basically.
Okay.
I don't think that War Dog would judge. I think it's just the power of the statement punch his beard off.
Okay. I will mentally prepare myself to do some beard punching later on.
Yes, probably towards the end of the stream. For sure. That could be arranged. I shall remember to remind you.
I will remember too. I will think about the proper way to do it until the end now.
For sure. I mean, like, yeah, you want it to be perfect, and that's totally understandable. And then we also have a question: when's Miran coming to Encounters? Soon, TM. We're working on it, and we would definitely like to release it. So it should be coming to Encounters in the near future. Nice shot, Yarek. Nice shots, Yarek. God dang.
Whew.
All right. Then we have this interesting question. When are we getting Vigor underwear in the merch store? I need protection in the real outlet. And what kind of Vigor underwear would you imagine? Like, how would it look like?
Basically, are you a brief kind of guy
Or a
thong?
boxer, or I don't know. We don't judge, just tell us. And also what design would be there, like, how would you like it
I'm
to
sorry,
be?
that was rude.
What have you done?
I panicked.
Sure, what an excuse.
Did you just murder your friend?
Yes.
Oh my god, no.
Go play the game.
Sorry, Yarek.
I don't.
You are heartless. Look at him. He's waving at you. And you're about to get killed.
No. Poor him.
Oh, look what you've done, Yarek. You brought doom to yourself and to your buddy.
Not to self yet.
Alright. Okay, so Kigo Doodles actually said that he would like to have knives decoration, but can't say further, otherwise they might get a ban, so
Oh yeah.
fair enough. Knives. Okay. And then we've also got a recommendation, a song with thread on it. Okay. We could consider it. I mean, if our Outlanders would be interested in a variety of designed outfits or clothing in the merch store aside from t-shirts, then we could probably discuss that. Okay. And
Nice.
let's see what the chat has to say. Oh, yes, more Taylee in the future. Yes,
Definitely.
definitely Taylee will be in future streams for sure, and you will be hosting some of them too. So
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
in the future. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, I won't make any mistakes. I will have to keep in mind to regularly check what the chat has to say.
That's a good idea. We need to engage with them, and we like engaging with the community, so we need to do that. All right. Okay. Interesting. Norwegian flag trousers and tomato trousers for merch. I think they meant underpants, but yes, trousers. Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure if you can make the flag into underwear.
I don't think that would be wise. I'm not sure, but
But a tomato, on the other hand. Oh my god, you know what I would like? Underwear with blue and red tomato, as was in
in the video.
like it was TikTok just promoting the April Fool's trailer, and it was the red pill blue pill reference, and we have literally painted the tomato blue. I believe it might have even been a nail polish, since we didn't have anything else. So just pick the blue tomato or the red one. It's up to you.
Come on, Yarik. I'm sorry. I'm
Invested.
focusing.
I got it.
Yeah. What?
I stopped paying attention completely to the gameplay, honestly.
Sorry.
Sitting there.
That is fine.
Oh, and see, could we get tomatoes instead of pumpkins in the shelter? That would be interesting, actually. That would be on theme with Vigor, for sure.
Yep.
Tomatoes instead of pumpkins.
Yes. And then another one, imagine changing the grenade to an exploding tomato. Well, tomato fight. For those of you who remember, we did have that event quite a while back where we would throw tomatoes at each other. It's like snowball fight, but instead of snowballs, it was tomatoes. So. Okay. And then there's this question, Q crafting when? Are you going to add multiple consumable crafting, or at least plan on it? So I merged two questions together. We aren't planning on Q crafting right now because we don't think that it suits the game in the sense of like realism. Like if you were to craft something, you wouldn't exactly just line it up on a bench and wait and stare at it for it to craft itself. We want you to be a bit more hands-on with that. And when it comes to multi-consumable crafting, it would be an interesting idea. I think it would be cool for the future, but we'll see what the future holds. I mean, I don't think we've completely scratched out that idea from our minds. It's still something that's interesting for us, and we would still consider it once we actually get the time to look into the feasibility of such a feature. And then we also have an interesting thought from DJ Spencer on the YouTube chat, which DJ Spencer is one of our partners. They saw a Daisy coffee mug in the shop and they would like a Vigor campfire mug.
Vigor campfire mug?
Yes, like camping mugs. No, we haven't, like those metal.
Oh,
mugs.
Plachaczek.
Yes,
Yeah.
Plachaczek.
Oh.
But yes, camping mugs. Well, geez, Yarik, that was easy.
That was luck.
Okay.
Stroke of luck.
But yes, that would be an interesting merch idea, actually. Okay. And we have another question from the YouTube chat as well. Wondering if there will be any more game modes. We don't have any game modes planned right now in the backlog, but if what game mode would you like to see? If you would have any ideas, feel free to share it with us, and then we could give it to Yarik, and then Yarik can discuss it with the designers, or we can also discuss it with the designers as community managers. But you know, Yarik is here, so utilize it. Do it. Oh, I would like a hide and seek mode. Oh, it's cute, but also
I mean, I already played the encounters as hide and seek.
it might as well be. Yeah. Since you're not much of a shooter and more of a looter, then it's basically hide and seek. Exactly. Or rat burger making. Gotta love
Red burger.
them. Rat burgers, although Yarek is not very pleased with the idea of rat burgers.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
Yeah, but your
surprised.
face says it all, dude. Okay.
Hardcore mode 12v12 on big maps, loot only mode, etc. Well,
What do you imagine when it comes to hardcore mode? But 12v12 on big maps, sure, okay. It will be a little bit tough because then we would have to assess if a larger amount of players would be suitable for every map, because not all maps are that big to accommodate more than a specific amount of players. So there's that. Loot only mode. Loot only mode. That actually sounds like an interesting one. Okay. And Original Sin is saying that we could make the ultimate small scale BR mode. Okay, but I don't think that we would like to step into the Battle Royale scene. It's not something that we would like as a team. I think it's not something we envisioned for the future. We don't have any plans for this interesting thing that Honorable Bandits put, Brodelin Battle Royale. Brodelin Bridges Battle Royale. Nah, I don't think we intend on going into Battle Royale anytime in the future. Okay, and wow, we really got a lot of interesting ideas. So Yarek, there you go. I hope you're
I'm looking at the chat.
okay. Show them all. Okay. Okay. Pistols only elimination round on Facebook. That's a suggestion. Okay. Oh, and there's an interesting question actually. What do you guys plan on doing with the whole common crate thing for encounters? The thing is that we would like to improve encounters in the future. There are many different aspects for that. So you might see some changes coming your way soon, this year, because we would like to do it this year. So the encounter improvements will start rolling this year for sure. So, finger guns. Okay. Alright. And apparently hardcore mode would be having no loadouts, where you would find your own stuff.
I see.
Okay. And then...
I can tell you that in the current setup that would be impossible to balance, since people that would spawn next to locked containers would immediately become the kings of the lobby, regardless of their skill.
Okay.
I thought that hardcore, they meant like no UI, something like
I actually thought that meant no UI, no map, no ports, no nothing, just
yeah.
figure it out. Figure out where you're going. Where's the extraction zone? Don't know. Have to go exit, find the orange arrows.
Find the orange arrows, yes.
Well, all right.
We'll see.
And we have some further questions. What kind of encounter improvements, more points of interests? I can't say any more, sadly. Like, then the team would kill me.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm not. So we'll definitely be sharing what's coming more in details in the future when we're ready, because right now everything is, I don't want to say it's up in the air. We have a plan and we need to execute it, but different things take different durations, and sometimes we overestimate or underestimate those durations. So rather than giving the community false hope and false promises, we'd like to be sure about what we are about to release, and then we'll be able to share more details with the community. So there's that. Okay. And we did have Honorable Bandits agreeing with us that hardcore mode would have no map and no loadout at all. So there's that. Okay. And then we also have another question from the YouTube chat. Would we be able to mix outfits with one another? Let's say I want to wear a top from a certain outfit and the bottoms from another. That's an interesting one. Do you think, Yarik? You look like you are deep in thought.
Currently, it's not set up in a way that would permit this. It would require a large overhaul of the whole customization system, which I don't think is a current priority, shall I say. But yes, that is an interesting thought for future. We'll see.
Yep.
But I can't promise that.
All right. Thank you, Yarik, for bringing that up. Okay. And then we also have another question on the Facebook chat regarding Legacy Seasons. What's going to happen to Legacy Seasons? Is this season going to go to 14.1 and 14.2, etc. before season 15? Will we get time to complete Legacy Seasons before we have them removed? So we mentioned it earlier on in the stream that we are replacing Legacy Seasons in the future, but it will definitely be after season 15, way after that even, because we'd really like to make sure that we're executing what we have in mind in the way that we would like it, which is in good quality. We are not adding any more Legacy Seasons into the game. I believe that the last Legacy Season that we've added into the game was Season 9, right? So, yes, Legacy Season 9 is the last Legacy Season Battle Pass. We will not be implementing any more Legacy Seasons in the future, and this is because we will be replacing the Legacy Seasons system with something more interesting, but it would definitely give you the same, if not similar, rewards to what you're getting through Legacy Seasons Battle Passes. Okay. And any updates on the server problems? Oh yes, I think that the community, there has been an uptick on feedback from the community that there has been like, what was it? The network connectivity notification popping up on the side of their screen. And I believe that Taylee was also bringing it up earlier in some of our conversations.
There was more reports than usual, so we will be looking into it.
Yes, indeed.
We are aware. Thank you for letting us know. We're on it.
Yes, thank you so much. And yeah, we've got further people supporting this statement saying that the servers are bugging like crazy. Yeah, we're really sorry about that. The team, as Taylee said, the team is aware and we are looking into it. Okay, and actually this, we should wrap up our stream actually, because we have been streaming for about an hour already. And I wanted us to scour for an interesting question on the chat, but I found an interesting one that is a nice thing to close off the stream before we say goodbye for the night. This is a question by Kigo Doodles. I'm having egg and chips for dinner. What are you having for dinner?
Oh, Jesus.
Personally, I didn't think that far ahead yet. I'm gonna figure it out later. So
I think I have a stuffed bell pepper.
okay.
With couscous or
So
something.
likely candidate for dinner. Okay.
Most likely.
And what about you, Yarik?
I think I will make myself grilled cheese with egg.
But you mean not grilled cheese like the sandwich, but like fried cheese?
No, I mean grilled cheese like a sandwich.
Grilled cheese.
Yes,
Oh, okay, awesome.
I don't think I will be able to make deep fried cheese like the Czech
Okay,
version.
but you could put it in the oven, but okay, that's a talk for another time. And actually we were reminded by the chat that you still need to say your punch his beard offline before we head off, so.
Right, of course. I have the tomato, Jarek. Here. Okay. Punch his beard off. Is that correct?
I don't think there's a wrong or right way to do it. I think that War Dog will enjoy it the way it is and put it into the compilation. It will be good. It will be solid. Oh, I did want to actually address this because this person in the chat I didn't see this question earlier, but they're asking where their $120 in crowns went. If you've encountered some issues with crowns, please do reach out to our support. It's support@bohemia.net, and then we could try and investigate it, because saying my $120 in crowns went somewhere, it's not a very detailed description of what had happened, and that's totally fair because this is a chat, so it makes more sense to send an email to our support team, which is support@bohemia.net. All right, so let's try and wrap this up for today. Jurek, do you have any last messages for our lovely Outlanders before we head off?
Closing statements.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. I will return just briefly to the AFK vote kick system. Please use it responsibly. It's there for a reason, and that is to kick out the AFK players. If you do not like how your teammate is playing, then tough luck. I'm sorry about that, but you can carry. If you feel like some of your teammates are subpar, do not try to kick them out using the system. It will probably not work, and it will just make them unhappy. Very counterproductive and mean.
All right, thank you, Jurek. Taylee, last words before we head off?
You know what? I think I might use the last thing in chat about people putting out Vigor-based songs out. Definitely, go for it. Be creative, create stuff. Maybe you can share it with us on our social or on Reddit. And yeah, we love to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
And thank you for having me. It was lovely being here and looking forward to the next time.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, Taylee. All right, thank you so much, Outlanders. Thank you for sticking with us through thick and thin in terms of our game, and thank you for stopping by our streams as well. We'll see you in the next one, which should be in 2 weeks, as usual. If anything changes, we'll definitely be putting out news on our social media, so make sure to follow us on there. Thank you once more for stopping by, and we'll see you in the Outlands. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.